Okay, let's dive right into this explainer with a massive, kind of baffling field puzzle that solar installers, electrical techs, and commissioning engineers run into all the time. It's a super fundamental concept, but man, when it goes wrong, it can literally bring an entire industrial or commercial facility to a grinding halt. We're talking, of course, about three-phase phase rotation and motor direction.
Picture this. You're out in the field, right? You've just finished wiring up this massive commercial solar inverter. Or maybe you're just doing routine maintenance on some critical piece of industrial equipment. You apply power. You check your multimeter and the line-to-line voltage is absolutely spot on. You clamp your ammeter around the conductors and the current? Perfectly normal, balanced across all three phases. Even the motor itself sounds like it's running smooth as butter. But here's the kicker. The equipment attached to that motor is behaving like an absolute disaster. The pump isn't moving any fluid, the fan is barely pushing any air, or worse, the conveyor belt is sending product straight into a wall. It's kind of the ultimate mystery of cognitive dissonance for a tech. Every single electrical meter you have tells you the system is flawless, yet the machine is totally failing. So, what exactly is going on here?
Well, the answer is a phase rotation error. That's the invisible culprit causing all of this mechanical chaos. You see, an electric motor doesn't actually inherently know which way it's supposed to spin. It just blindly follows the electrical instructions it's given. And if those instructions get mixed up, even just slightly, that motor will happily operate at full power in the exact opposite direction it was engineered for. No questions asked.
Section 1. The physics of phase rotation. Let's pull back the curtain and see what's actually happening inside.
To figure out why a motor spins backward, we kind of have to look at why it spins in the first place. Now, unlike a typical single-phase motor you'd find in, say, a household appliance, which usually needs start capacitors or special windings just to get going, a three-phase motor naturally creates its own rotation. It's beautiful, really. It relies on a rotating magnetic field. The three alternating current waveforms coming from your power source are separated by exactly 120 electrical degrees. So as these three distinct phases peak and fall in a very specific sequence, they create a magnetic field inside the motor stator that literally sweeps around in a perfect circle. And the rotor, right in the center, it just chases that rotating magnetic field.
Now think about the actual sequence of those waveforms. In a normal sequence, the peaks arrive right in order. L1, then L2, then L3. This makes the magnetic field rotate smoothly in one direction, let's just say clockwise. But watch what happens if we change literally just one variable. If we cross two wires, so the sequence becomes L1, then L3, then L2, the physical direction of the magnetic field completely reverses. Bam! It now spins counterclockwise. And because that rotor is magnetically locked into chasing that field, the whole motor instantly reverses direction. Keep in mind, absolutely nothing inside the physical motor changed, only the sequence of the incoming power changed.
And honestly, this brilliantly illustrates that ghost in the machine effect we talked about a minute ago. Look at this standard equation for three-phase power. Real power equals the square root of 3 times line-to-line voltage times current times the power factor. Do you notice what is completely missing from this equation? Direction. Whether the phase sequence is L1, L2, L3, or L1, L3, L2, the mathematical power calculation remains completely identical. The motor draws the exact same voltage, it pulls a similar starting and running current. To your electrical meters, everything looks totally balanced and perfectly healthy. Those meters are entirely blind to the fact that the motor is out there spinning backward.
Which brings us to Section 2, Mechanical Chaos and Consequences. Because this isn't just theory.
Out in the real world, backwards rotation causes very real and very expensive physical destruction. We're not talking about minor inconveniences here. We're talking about high-stakes operational disasters. If a centrifugal pump runs backward, it doesn't just, pump backward. It usually just thrashes the water around. This results in drastically reduced flow and pressure, risking cavitation that can literally tear the impeller apart. And it destroys mechanical seals. With ventilation fans, backward rotation severely reduces airflow. And worse, the motor's own internal cooling fan runs backward, which leads to dangerous overheating. Compressors? They are even less forgiving. Running a compressor backward can cause an immediate shutdown, trip internal protection limits, or even cause catastrophic permanent mechanical damage in a matter of seconds. And on a factory floor, if a conveyor belt suddenly runs in reverse, it can jam products, destroy drive components, and create massive safety hazards for any workers nearby. So yeah, catching this error before the equipment runs at full speed is absolutely vital.
All right, moving on to Section 3, Solar and Inverter Risks. Let's see how this ties into modern tech.
Now you might be thinking, well, the utility grid rarely changes its phase rotation, so why is this such a common issue today? Good question. The answer really lies in the sheer complexity of modern power systems. A technician might unwittingly introduce a reversed phase sequence in a bunch of different ways. Say you're upgrading or replacing a massive three-phase hybrid inverter. The new inverter's internal terminal sequence might actually differ from the old one. Or during backup power integration, the phase sequence coming off a standby generator might not match the utility supply. Actually, it could be as simple as incorrect phase connections during a brand new solar install, or just conductors getting accidentally crossed in an electrical panel during some routine maintenance work. Because the source of our power is constantly evolving in today's microgrids, the risk of a phase rotation mismatch is honestly higher than ever.
Let's get into Section 4, Safe Verification and Testing.
So how do we actually prevent this whole mess without destroying our equipment or, getting seriously hurt? Well, before we even touch a testing instrument, safety is absolute. We have to talk about it. Three-phase commercial systems contain potentially lethal voltages and significant arc flash fault energy. You absolutely must follow strict lockout/tagout procedures. Never ever attempt to swap conductors on energized equipment just to see if it fixes the rotation. Just don't do it. Always verify that voltage is entirely absent before modifying any connections. And when you are performing startup tests, you've got to keep yourself, your tools, and your team completely clear of rotating shafts, belts, and couplings. Safety first, always.
Okay, with safety established, here is the exact step-by-step verification method the pros use to solve this mystery safely in the field. Step 1 is using a phase rotation meter. This thing is your best friend. It connects to the de-energized load side of the contactor or the energized line side, and it immediately tells you the phase sequence, like is it L1, L2, L3, or something else, long before you ever send a drop of power to the motor. Step 2, assuming it's permitted and safe, is the motor jog test. This just involves briefly energizing the motor for a tiny fraction of a second, literally just enough to bump the shaft, so you can visually observe which way the fan blade or coupling is spinning. And finally, step 3 is validating what you found against mechanical indicators. Almost all industrial equipment is going to have rotation arrows, direction markings, or flow indicators stamped right onto the metal housing. If your jog test shows it's spinning clockwise, but the stamped arrow is pointing counterclockwise, well, you've got a phase rotation arrow.
So here is the golden rule of three-phase systems. If you remember absolutely nothing else from this explainer, remember this undeniable fact. Swap any two phases and rotation reverses. That's the whole shebang. If you discover through your phase rotation meter or your jog test that the motor is running backward, the fix is simple. All you have to do is safely de-energize the system, perform your lockout/tagout, and swap any two of your three-phase conductors. For example, just switch L1 with L2. That's it. Once you re-energize, the rotating magnetic field will completely flip and your motor will run perfectly in the correct direction.
It really is such a fascinating intersection of invisible electrical theory and highly visible mechanical reality, isn't it? So I've got to ask, have you ever encountered a motor running backward out in the field after an inverter installation, a generator hookup, or maybe just a routine maintenance visit? How long did it take for you to realize that your trusty meters were lying to you and the phase sequence was the real culprit? Let that sink in next time you're staring down a perfectly balanced, completely non-functional system.